Hi guys. So I just saw this video that Star Wars posted, a personal message from Ewan McGregor, right? And basically he talks about how he starts with talking about how uh, Kenobi is a very successful show on Disney Plus, but it's also so sad that Moses Ingram got a lot of racist comments on her what social media, I think on her Twitter, and he, of course, being the great guy he is, he spoke against it. It was just so. It's always jarring for me to see this kind of racism. I don't live in the U.S., and but of course, India has its own sort of bigotry, but it's never. I don't know. The comment section of a social media site really slaps you with the harsh reality of it. I just thought I'd go through some of it. On this video, however, people seem to be masking it a lot more, and I just thought I'll go through a few of the comments. And of course, the top comments are very positive. Anyone saying those things has missed the point of Star Wars. Completely agree. Star Wars is a show that sort of talks about, that's against imperialism, right? That's against the mistreatment of people who are lower and things like that. And it's obviously inspired from all the imperialism that has existed in the world and all the atrocities caused by it. There have been a lot of parallels, and even in the newer shows like the Bad Batch, they were very clever with it. They mentioned demonetization. They mentioned increased surveillance. When Palpatine sort of rose to power, and perhaps the second episode. So they're actually very clear about what they. It's super obvious. However, I guess the Star Wars fan base has primarily been some kind of an American old school bunch, or maybe there's a lot of right wing conservative people here. There's really no room for them actually, because the show has been anything but that. But what was interesting here was that so many of the comments were disguised. Anyway, let's get into them, okay? So of course this looks like a positive comment, but it's from an Indian guy. So not saying that all white guys are like this, but then so many of them just are, man. Like let's take a look at. Now this next person has gone on to say, the first rule of the internet: do not read the comments. The place can bring about the worst in some people. Just go to ignore all of it. This isn't about the actor, it's about them. It's true, it isn't about the actor, but it's not the right thing to say don't read the comments, because I mean the internet is mainly comments. It's all comments. This video is a comment on all these comments. Every video is some kind of comment, and even these movies are whatever, they're not comments in that sense, but you get it. Like comments are a huge. That's all Facebook and YouTube and all these websites are really about, right? So yeah, let's and and it's not the smartest thing to say, because the actor will dote on feedback, will rely on feedback to sort of for their career. Like it's important for them, and the actor is only human, so to sort of not read, and I can't imagine to deal with that kind of racism. I probably won't have to deal with it at such a level because I'm nobody, but I mean I can't imagine for a girl who's acting in a in a Disney Plus Star Wars TV show about Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi. It's crazy, right? So yeah, you can't. I mean, that's not the right thing to say here. Okay, like we should read the comments. We should understand what's going on over here, and maybe there is no solution. People just are the way they are, but at least we can call them out on it. here's a good person who says she's doing a fantastic job, and I really think she is. I mean, I've enjoyed it so far. It's just a fucking TV show. You sit back, you bring family or friends or not, and you just watch the fucking masterpiece that they've made. Like, just follow the story. Don't fucking don't freeze frame it and start, I don't know, nitpicking that, hey, this doesn't look right, that doesn't look right. That's such a weird fucking thing to do. Anyway, you guys are doing it, but like, don't, unless it's so extremely out of place, which it obviously isn't. I guess I don't understand. She might be my second favorite character so far. Again, positive comments, that's great. You see a lot of negative reactions to these positive comments, right? 10% of these reactions were negative, right? And okay, and then of course, when we're focusing on the negative ones here, I'd open these threads just to sort of, well said, there's no room for racism, period. If people are making comments that are racist, I stand with you, they're not true fans. Okay, good stuff, respect to all these people. Yeah, here's the first one, right? Though I believe there probably has been some unnecessary comments toward the character, full stop. Reality is, Reva is a weak, unbelievable character. Poor writing. Really, this sentence followed by poor writing. Irony. If you take Reva out of the equation, the story doesn't change. I blame SW Star Wars for this mistake. Okay, so much problematic. Ryan McBrayer, well, he's really the goat, I'll tell you that. Fucking redneck piece of shit. Let's see. He says, I believe some unnecessary comments has been made, right, towards her character. Yeah, definitely there have been a lot of unnecessary comments, and you are about to make one yourself. Reva is a weak, unbelievable character. Like, really, this is Moses Ingram. She's not, she didn't come out of nowhere, right? Let's see. I was googling her just a while back, and let's see what all she's done. She's an American actress. She's been on The Queen's Gambit, for which she was nominated for an Emmy Award for Outstanding Support Actress, right? So she's done that. She's been in like 4 plus 5 9 movies, right? She's not coming out of nowhere. So she doesn't even if she hasn't won the Emmy, I'm sure people are gonna be like, wait, she was just nominated. You're just sitting there on your ass, just sort of. And honestly, this is racism. Like, I'm not gonna believe that this isn't racism, because it is. Like, for you to, you're watching a TV show about so much phantasmagorical stuff, and you take one character who just happens to be black, and it just happens to be the black ones and the Asian ones most of the time, right? And you sort of really what's the fucking the word, like, you really sort of push them down, you bury them in the ground with your negative comments, and you just even talking about the character, even Jar Jar Binks, now that was CGI, so I guess it doesn't count, even though the actor there was a black guy, but we're not getting into that. But yeah, to just say that, so as you can see, first of all, he's trying to put up a preface. He's trying to act a little decent by saying, I believe there's been some unnecessary stuff said, but truth is, she was a bad character. Poor writing. He said in the worst English fucking possible. If you take Reva out of the story, the equation, the story doesn't change. How the story is that she's hunting this guy. That's the whole fucking story. How fucking stupid do you have to be, Ryan McBrayer, to, you know, fucking say shit like that? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. I blame Star Wars for this mistake. How? I mean, it's I'm dumbfounded right now. Okay, let's just have a look at this guy with his. Oh God, that's such a. I don't know. He's such an ignorant-looking piece of shit. I mean, obviously, bless his wife and his child, I suppose, but he's just. He's got his head up his ass. So, pity guys like him exist, and this is obvious racism because there's no way, right? You're gonna convince me that that only the black actress, sure she was a main character and everything, but there was nothing extraordinarily bad about her acting or about the story that she's a part of. It's completely fine and it's completely believable so far. What do you not believe? Like, you don't I like what has happened in this show so far is that Leia has gotten kidnapped by her because she figured out there could be a link between him and Organa, right? How the fuck is that unbelievable? They were friends. It's not like, obviously he's been friends with her mother, right, who was friends with Anakin, who was very close to Obi-Wan. It's that small circle, right? They all lived on Coruscant and all of that, right, for a very long time. So, like, this is exactly this is as good as it gets. Like, what part of it don't you believe, right? If you're going to say, oh, the way she's acting, it doesn't seem like, this is just you freeze framing it on purpose and being like, yeah, I don't buy that, sitting there on your fat ass, like, come on, just fucking buy it. It's happened, everyone else is believing it, so yeah, just a bunch of racist motherfuckers, this KKK looking piece of shit, who has to whatever say what he said. So, oh well, can't do much about him because he's gonna live his ignorant life, but I mean, at least we could call him out on it. She plays an unlikable character, but she does it so well. But that's the thing, as an actor, you're hired to act. Why do people feel compelled to bully an actor for doing their job so well as a villain? It's not real, people. This girl is sweet, I guess. There's Desiree Gonzalez, but yeah, but she hasn't really understood what's happened over here, right? People are not hating her for playing the villain, right? Kylo Ren played the villain. He didn't get a lot of hate, right? Who else, right? Even John Boyega, he didn't play a villain, right? No, yeah, but he did get the hate, right? Rose got hate, right? Kelly Mary Tran. So yeah, it's not that, like, it's definitely not that. Okay, thank you for this message. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, why do people take time out of their day to message an actress to tell them they don't like her character? What is the outcome they hope? Yeah, they obviously hope to hurt people. They're trolls, they're racists, they're they're gonna pretend like they're not, and you're gonna see a couple of those comments. But yeah, that's like, it's pretty clear. They just and now they've got Elon Musk leading them. Bold comment to make, but true. But well, at least he won't ban me for saying it, so that's probably nice. Let's see. Again, respect the shit out of him for Ewan McGregor for saying it. Yeah. Okay. I really love this comment, by the way. You don't want to be racist. You want to go home and rethink your life. You don't want to be racist. I don't want to be racist. You want to go home and rethink your. I want to go home and. Epic. Let's see. What else have we here? The episodes were awesome. Don't let them win. Yeah, here's one, right? And this so it's such a bad attempt at being subtle. I personally did not care for her acting or portrayal of this character, but neither race nor gender had anything to do with it. To me, it more so had to do with the fact that this is only a 6 episode series, so they had to cram storylines in with no character development. For those of us who that watched Rebels, the Grand Inquisitor was given the opportunity to develop and flesh out his character. Reva did not. She felt rushed and forced. So your problem with Reva is that the whole fucking show is 6 episodes long, and they introduced a new character into it. Ugh. So that it has nothing to do with Reva. That's just like, the that is the way the show is made. You just have a problem with like the pacing of the show, right? So then how does, but still you mentioned Reva a couple of times, so how does that work? I don't have anything against her, and she certainly is a human being deserving of respect, but her acting has been pretty bad. I just don't think it was a very good fit. Every line she has delivered so far, plenty of series left, just made me cringe in awkwardness. I hope it gets better, but just because her acting isn't to my liking doesn't mean she should be belittled. Oh god, this is a good attempt at masking your fucking racism, and to which I commented, racist in denial, and I'm gonna get the backlash for it. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, this is just, do I even need to explain this one, right? I mean, you're going to say that acting was so bad, like, why only her, like, and honestly, like, her acting, I saw it, right? She plays an intimidating, commanding person who's trying to threaten people around her, and she seemed fairly commanding. She looked very strong to me. Maybe there was that backflip moment where it felt just a little bit out of place, but that had nothing much to do with acting. That was like the fight scene, and it hadn't even started yet, and yeah, and she did a good job of being scary, which is, she's got the whole cape and all of that. She's doing a good job. So yeah, to say that you were cringing in awkwardness is pretty fucking racist of you, Morgan Miller. Let's fucking check out these guys, make it about them a little bit. Okay, wow, some very progressive flags. Did not expect them to be this kind of person, but really, I mean, if you're gonna say that, whatever, the show is making you cringe, though, I don't know, man, like, I don't even know what to say to you. The delivery is perfectly normal, there's absolutely nothing wrong there, but maybe you're just extremely negative, and there's something seriously wrong with you. So yeah, I'm just so dumbfounded. I can't put my words together to explain how cringe these guys are. Like Morgan Miller, like, what did she even do? Like, maybe show a video clip, or mention a little part about where her acting was actually a little. There was no such moment. There really wasn't. There was just him being him. So, okay. I think, yeah, here's another one, right? Criticism of her character / show is not racism. It's not the actor's fault. Disney won't invest in good writing, scripting. Pray those who are being racist get diarrhea in traffic. Racist spotted, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with her character or her show. She's a girl who wants to find Obi-Wan Kenobi, because Obi-Wan Kenobi was a general, right, in the Clone Wars. He was best friends with Anakin. He was the mentor of fucking Anakin, who it was a pretty fucking big deal because he became Darth Vader. He's the boy of prophecy. blah blah blah. He would know where Master Yoda is. That's these are the people who could undo the fucking Sith. So that's a pretty fucking big deal. So there is absolutely nothing illogical about her character's motivation. There's nothing in trying to find him and doing whatever it takes to find him, at least. Okay. So yeah. As for good writing, scripting, okay, that's just lazy. That's not good. That's bad. Don't just say it's bad, right? Yeah. So she's my favorite character. That's awesome. Just didn't really like her acting. Okay, cool. Sit on your fat ass. Um, this guy's an owner at Umbrella Burger. Two words that individually make sense, but put together they're just like the most random fucking half-baked thing you could ever come up with. And this guy is out there questioning creative choices. Okay, Justin Polvin. By the way, his profile picture is of him. What is he trimming himself while the cat eats the trimmer? This is so stupid. And so this is these are the people these are the racist motherfuckers who say that they're not racist and are just just being critical. Yeah, it definitely looks like a trimmer and a cat chewing the trimmer. I have no idea what's going on. And yeah, let's just move over him. Yeah, okay, let's see. Virtue signaling at its finest. She is a bad actress regardless of her skin color. The writing for her character is also a joke. Again, you're just saying, oh, she's a bad, she's probably, I've not seen The Queen's Gambit, but it was obviously a very big show. Okay, so she has been an actor before. She probably knows way more about being an actor than Bryce Palm, a sales associate at Fastenal Company. Oh, these people are extremely cringe. Oh goodness. Well, I guess his girlfriend is hot at least. But yeah, what the fuck is he wearing? Oh well, yeah, this looks nice though. Whatever, I'm not gonna get to. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be a little weird if I stoop to their level. But I mean, yeah, you gotta roast these guys at least a little bit, because the way he spelled his name is at least a little cringe, right? I've never seen it spelled like this. It's Bryce, right? Bryce Palm. Okay. This guy says, or this girl. Okay, we got a female hater, female troll. Way to break the glass ceiling, madam. Please. It's not racist to dislike another bait and switch political cast subpar actress as a poorly written character. This is the most fucking racist thing that these guys have ever said. And to call it a bait and switch, I don't even. Let's not even go there. That'll make this video so much longer. But to just say that all of this has a political agenda to it, to say that bringing in that casting people of color, or basically anybody who's not white, as someone with an important role, is just you pacifying them. How much more racist can you sound? You're just saying that, oh my god, that they. First of all, you're focusing so much on the skin color, and then you're saying that the only reason that they're being brought in is to appease that their sort of their race, their ethnicity, their group, right? And yeah, that's so obviously a racist thing to say. Stephanie Virginia O'Neill, right? I mean, can we try roasting her a little bit? Oh, she's a mom. Oh my god. I hope to God she doesn't teach her kids any of this BS she's, you know, fed with. But most probably she is. But I do know that people tend to grow up and form their own opinions. Not Star Wars fans, but people in general, outside this community. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, she made the perfect Sith. She was ruthless, brutal, and obsessive. Don't see where the hate is coming from. Agreed. She is pretty commanding. She's got that military sort of ferocity to her, and yeah, if if you let go of your racism for a little bit, you'll realize she's actually doing a pretty good job. Wish they would have done this with John. Wish they would have done this John Boyega. I mean, yeah, my side with the bad English here, but he's right. Um, this is why I hate the fan base. This is why the only group, Star Wars group I've joined on Facebook is a group called the Non-Toxic Star Wars Fan Base. If you're somebody like me, I really hope you check it out. And I can see my camera is starting to lag. But yeah, this is. But sadly, these posts, a lot of Star Wars posts are recommended to me by Facebook's algorithm, so I don't have much of a choice about the kind of stuff I see. But at least I can filter it out a little bit, right? Worst fan base on the planet, not debatable. Nobody is debating it. I completely agree with this guy. I've never heard about this kind of bigotry in any other. I follow a lot of franchises, Batman, Tomb Raider, fucking Harry Potter, I don't know, like a million others, right? Like just anything that's popular, right? DC, Marvel, and not all that much, but yeah, you don't. And those movies, a lot of their shows and movies are pretty garbage, by the way. Okay, like they have a very cliche storyline, while Star Wars is a lot better than that, right? The whole coup d'etat that's going on over here is commendable, right? So yeah, here's an interesting one. Moses was the one that brought up race from the very beginning. Why hasn't Lucasfilm taken a stand against with any of their other actors? When Gina Carano was attacked for being Caucasian, nobody at the company said anything to help her. And John Boyega was basically taken off the marketing materials to make China happy. No one from the company said anything. Stop blaming the fans for bad storytelling and the preachy woke parables. Just look at my face right now. Just bruh. Okay, just these guys are despicable. Yeah, I want to agree with the comment here. Star Wars is one of the most toxic fandoms. If the treatment of the actors of the sequels is any measure, Moses deserves better. We all deserve better, but you can't make some entitled neckbeards happy, regardless of how much work goes into a project. I have high hopes for Kenobi, Moses, and other future projects. Stand strong. We love you. Agreed. The most toxic fandom, Star Wars r/prequel memes had to ban sequel hating memes because they were all just a screenshot of a sequel moment followed by a bunch of people puking. It was just, the memes were just, they weren't memes, and it's so obvious. There's so much subtext to all of this, and these guys act like if they don't say it explicitly, which they definitely do in their personal lives. I guarantee you, all these men and that woman are using the N-word while they're watching the show, mentally at least. But yeah, just yeah, I'm not the most eloquent person right now, but yeah, I'm emotional, and that's what I want to express here. Right. I think we get the point. Okay. I'd only read as far as that. I don't like her character, but I don't think it's the actress's fault. Just another one of. We've already gotten the point so far, but we're just driving it home now. It's so annoying when you just want to dunk on a character you dislike, but instead you have to defend the actor because of some piece of crap fan decided to take the anger out on a person who was just doing her job. I'm glad he backed her up, and it's getting so frustrating being a fan of nerd franchises lately. This is a non-white name. Okay, yeah, we've got a couple of embarrassing people like that in our own brethren. But yeah, again, okay, if you don't like a character, that just we can't change anything about that. But I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's nothing to dislike, and unless you really try to sort of go out of your way. Like, this is Star Wars. These TV shows and producers, even McGregor's been a producer of it. They have some pretty high standards. They delayed the show to make sure something good comes out. They worked their asses off on it. They won't settle with something subpar, So the character motivations are a lot better. You don't hear anything like this in a Marvel movie. You don't hear that, oh, it was the same CGI fight scene, a bunch of heroes beating up a bunch of CGI bad guys. You never hear that kind of stuff. When it's always the same thing. While it's always something new and different with Star Wars, but you always hear this crap. So, yeah. It's so I think we get the point now. It's obvious there's a lot more of these. But can I do something about? Can I stop the dual mode? Whatever. Just you get the point now, right? These toxic fans are racists, even if they won't admit it, even to themselves at this point, right? And there is something wrong about that. It's absolutely messed up that we're living in this day and age, right? Some people, they've obviously used the N-word against this lady, but yeah, the others, they're definitely thinking it, they're definitely using it somewhere, and a lot of their ideas have so much hatred in them, so much flaw in them, and it's beyond ridiculous for these amateur wannabe critics to just to gang up on somebody. Like, it's how is it always just this one character? It's always so odd. It's always just so odd. There was chatter about how the chase scene for Princess Leia did not feel authentic because they were sort of walking while she was running, and that was something that was really weird. I would probably agree about that, but it felt so minor. It went by so quickly, and like, the point is that she was being chased and the chase happened and they kidnapped her, right? It's not like she actually got away. So I mean, think about the consequences. Think about the whole story that you're watching, right? There's nothing unoriginal. It's not had too many cliches so far. It is an action show. It will have a few. Of course, there is only the same story would have been told a couple of times before, but it's how fresh they keep it that matters, right? And they've done just fine, so far. People have complained about how does this girl know about the whole Anakin, Darth Vader bit, and all of that. Why wouldn't she, she is an inquisitor. she's got to have this kind of knowledge, right? We've seen Thrawn have so much specific knowledge about tribes and things like that, of the people he's trying to kill and hunt. And yeah, the same people who are talking about how um, rebels, however you pronounce it, had so much character development. This show is showing the same thing, in obviously in a lesser amount of time, but it is showing that these characters have studied the kind of people that they're tracking, right? And based on what they've learnt, they're trying to trigger them into giving themselves up, right? The first line of the show is the Jedi hunt themselves, meaning they know something about the Jedi, about their motivation, about the compassion. This show gets into personalities and into a real nice escape pursuit sort of situation, right? It's a cops and robbers sort of show, and fugitives, really. There's nothing, and it's so unique, right? Because yeah, there's nothing ever like this that's ever happened before, right? That a guy switching parties in such a drastic way for search of something magical. um, so yeah, it's the whole concept of the show, and everything that's made around it is extremely fascinating. The PTSD Obi-Wan's going through right now, um, you know, Leia's arc, what's her name, the Inquisitors and their Reva and all their motivations about whatever, about the money they want, about the recognition they want. It's all showing. There's nothing odd going on in the show so far. And but yeah, if there's any way you can actually convince me that there is actually something odd, and that, or even that there are other shows which are far better, and because this is a pretty well expanded universe, right? You don't have TV shows like this for, you may have video games, sure, for more superhero-y stuff, but Star Wars is different, right? It is fantastic, but not all that fantastic. It's a little more science fiction than the other kind. So I don't know. It's interesting. There's nothing weird about it. Okay, this video has gone on too long. Sorry about that. And also, if you think I'm wrong, that these people are actually not racist, by all means correct me. I'm reading the comments, as you can see, so I will read yours as well, and I'll deal with it. So ciao.